Today we are finding out the real reason the Roman Empire collapsed. Not the movie version, not the barbarians smashing gates. Something way more sneaky, way more dangerous. By the end of this video, you will understand how money, not swords, killed one of the greatest empires ever. Most people think Rome fell because of outside enemies. Big armies, loud battles, fire everywhere. But the truth is quieter. It's about coins. It's about trust. It's about a system slowly eating itself. Sounds boring? Nah, it's actually scary. Because this same pattern still exists today. Trust me, it only gets crazier from here on. Now imagine this. You are walking in ancient Rome. The streets are loud. Traders shouting. Horses running. Gold coins clinking. The empire feels rich, powerful, untouchable. Rome is the boss of the world. If the world was a game, Rome was the final level. But here's the vibe. Under the shine, something feels off. Senators, generals, big landowners. These people had everything. Huge houses, slaves, gold stacked like snacks. They didn't worry about food. They worried about power. The poor guys? Soldiers, farmers, workers. These people lived day to day. If crops failed, game over. If taxes increased, even earned taxes. Oh boy, they were heavy, like carrying a mountain on your back. Rome needed money, lots of it. To pay soldiers, to build roads, to show off power. Because if Rome looked weak, enemies would attack. So the government had a simple idea. Let's get more money. Sounds normal, right? But here things get weird. Instead of earning more, they started changing the money itself. You see, Roman coins were made of silver, real silver, valuable, heavy, honest money. If you had a coin, you knew it had worth. But slowly, quietly, the rulers started mixing cheap metal into the coins. Less silver, more junk. At first, no one noticed. A coin still looked like a coin. Same size, same stamp. But inside, it was fakish. This is called debasement. Big word. Simple meaning. You take something valuable and secretly make it less valuable. Like selling pure juice, but adding water without telling anyone. And guess what? They didn't stop. They kept doing it. Again, and again, and again. Why? Because it felt easy. Need money? Just make more coins. Problem solved, right? Yeah, not really. Because money is not just metal, it's trust. And once trust starts cracking, everything starts shaking. And this is the part no documentary ever mentions. At first, people didn't notice. Then they started noticing. Then they started panicking. Prices began to rise. One coin yesterday could buy bread. Today, same coin, less bread. Tomorrow, maybe no bread. This is inflation. Fancy word, simple idea. Prices go up, money feels smaller. Imagine you had 10 candies yesterday. Today, you still have 10, but each candy is half the size. Feels bad, right? That's what was happening in Rome. People started losing faith in coins. Soldiers were paid in these coins. But soldiers weren't stupid. They realized, wait, I'm risking my life for this. So what did they do? They demanded more pay. The government said, okay, and printed more coins. And boom, the cycle got worse. More coins, higher prices. More demands, even more coins. It became a loop, a nasty loop. Like a dog chasing a tail, but the dog is the entire empire. And no one could stop it, because the system itself was broken. This wasn't an accident. It was structural. The whole setup depended on constant expansion. More land, more loot, more gold. But when expansion slowed down, the money machine had nothing real to support it. So they faked it. And fake systems don't last. Ready for plot twist? Because it's coming. Rome didn't collapse in one day. It slowly, quietly, rotted. From the inside. Not with swords, but with coins. But now comes the part where it hits real people. Not emperors. Not generals. Normal people. The kind of people just trying to survive. Imagine a small Roman family. A father who works in the fields. A mother managing the home. 2 kids. Nothing fancy. Just simple life. At first, things are okay. Hard, but okay. Then slowly, prices start rising. Bread gets expensive. Oil gets expensive. Even basic stuff feels like luxury. The father goes to the market. Same coins in his hand. But the seller shakes his head. Not enough. That's when fear starts creeping in. So the father works more. Longer hours. More sweat. Less rest. But here's the catch. No matter how much he works, money keeps losing value. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You pour and pour, but it never fills. And no one ever expected this. Taxes also don't stop. In fact, they get worse. Because the government is desperate. They need more money to fix the mess. So they squeeze the people harder. Miss a tax. Punishment. Can't pay. Lose your land. Lose your land? Now you work for the rich guys. This is how small farmers slowly became almost like slaves. Not by war, by money pressure. And soldiers? Same story. They're out there protecting the empire, fighting enemies, living rough lives. But when they come back, their pay buys less and less. So what happens? They get angry. Some leave the army. Some rebel. Some even support whoever promises more money. Loyalty starts breaking. And when soldiers stop trusting the system, the empire is already in danger. Because armies don't run on courage alone. They run on pay. And if pay feels like a joke, discipline collapses. Now zoom out. Farmers struggling. Workers angry. Soldiers frustrated. Prices rising. Trust falling. It's like a slow poison. No big explosion. Just quiet damage every single day. And this is the part that really hurts. People didn't understand what was happening. They just felt it. They felt life getting harder. They felt money becoming useless. They felt the system turning against them. But they didn't have the words like inflation or currency debasement. They just knew one thing. Something is wrong. And when enough people feel that, the system starts cracking. Not from the top. From the bottom. Now let's talk about you. Yeah, you watching this. Because if this sounds familiar, it's because we are living in the same story. Look around. First, prices rising everywhere. Food, fuel, rent, everything climbing like crazy. Second, people working harder but still feeling broke. More hours, more stress. Same struggle. Third, governments printing money during crises. Sounds helpful, but comes with hidden cost. Different time. Same pattern. Human nature hasn't changed. Greed is still there. Fear is still there. Shortcuts are still there. And systems still get pushed until they break. Rome didn't think it would collapse. No empire ever does. They all think they are special. They all think they will last forever. Spoiler alert, they don't. Because in the end, every economy runs on one thing. Trust. Not gold. Not coins. Not paper. Trust. People believe money has value, so it has value. But when that belief cracks, even the strongest empire becomes weak. That's the real lesson here. Rome didn't fall because enemies were strong. Rome fell because its own system became hollow. And if we don't understand this, if we ignore these patterns, we are just repeating the same story again. Different actors, same script. If this gave you a new perspective, hit subscribe. History has the answers. I'll show you where to look.